My coworker kept leaving handwritten notes on my desk, signed only with a question mark, until I found out she'd been trying to warn me for weeks. The notes started small, easy to dismiss at first. A folded piece of paper tucked under my keyboard, reading simply, "Watch the numbers on Friday." No explanation, no name, just a question mark scrawled at the bottom, instead of a signature. I assumed it was some kind of office prank, maybe a coworker testing an inside joke I wasn't part of. Another note appeared about a week later, this one reading, "Don't sign anything without reading twice." Again with that same lone question mark underneath. I mentioned it to a couple coworkers, half joking about our office having a secret note-leaving ghost, but nobody claimed responsibility, and a few seemed genuinely confused when I described them. The notes kept coming every week or so, always vague, always slightly unsettling in their specificity, despite lacking any clear explanation. One simply said, "Check who approved the March budget adjustments." Another read, "Your manager isn't who you think she is with numbers." I started feeling genuinely unnerved, rather than just curious. I couldn't tell if this was harmless office mischief or something I needed to actually take seriously. I began quietly paying closer attention to my own work, double-checking documents before signing anything, though I still had no real understanding of what exactly I was supposed to be watching for. About a month into receiving these notes, I noticed something odd during a routine budget review meeting. My manager, Rachel, mentioned an adjustment to a project fund that I didn't remember approving, though my digital signature apparently appeared on the documentation. I brushed it off initially, assuming maybe I'd simply forgotten amid the usual chaos of a busy week. Another note arrived shortly after that meeting, this one more direct than the others. It read, "She's building a paper trail with your name on it. Look at everything from the last 3 months carefully." I sat with that note for a long time at my desk, genuine alarm finally settling in where curiosity had been before. I decided to actually investigate, rather than continue quietly worrying without action. I pulled every document I'd signed over the past several months, comparing dates and details carefully, against my own calendar and email records. Several discrepancies emerged, documents dated for times I was demonstrably out of office, signatures that looked close to mine but subtly different upon closer inspection. The pattern painted an alarming picture. It appeared Rachel had been redirecting project funds inappropriately over several months, carefully constructing documentation designed to make it look like these decisions had my approval, positioning me to potentially take the blame if the discrepancies were ever formally investigated. I gathered everything methodically, organizing the evidence clearly before deciding to take it directly to HR rather than confronting Rachel myself. During that meeting, I mentioned the anonymous notes as well, wondering if HR might have any insight into who'd been trying to warn me. The investigation that followed confirmed everything I'd feared regarding Rachel's financial misconduct. During the process, a quiet coworker named Beth, who sat a few desks away and rarely spoke much beyond routine pleasantries, approached me privately, admitting she'd been the one leaving the notes. She explained she'd noticed the discrepancies months earlier during unrelated data entry work, but felt too afraid of retaliation to say anything directly, especially given Rachel's seniority and reputation for pushing back hard against anyone who challenged her. The anonymous notes had felt like the only safe way she could think of to warn me without risking her own position if she was wrong, or if Rachel found out. Rachel was let go following the investigation, with the situation properly corrected and my name cleared entirely from any wrongdoing. I made sure HR understood Beth's crucial role in surfacing the pattern early, ensuring she wasn't penalized for the anonymous nature of her warnings. Beth and I are actual friends now, closer than the years of polite distance before ever allowed. Sometimes the quietest people in a room are watching closest of all, simply waiting for enough courage to find the right way to say something that actually needs to be heard.